last day for the Stars prospects to, impress Jimmy Nill, the general manager of, who we're familiar with after all his years as a Red Wing player and an executive with Detroit, set themselves up good for their main camp, which will happen in about a week or so. It's really interesting, Ken. I've never covered an Olympics. I've always wanted to, but I would imagine doing a game every day with different teams. Some teams you're familiar with, some teams you're not. That this is almost like an Olympic environment for me. And I've been to dozens of prospect tournaments here in Traverse City over the year, but I'm excited to see Dallas and St. Louis. And St. Louis is a big, strong, physical club. Big hockey team, heavy hockey team, and Dallas isn't shy from that stuff either. So this could be a very entertaining and very, very physical contest we're going to see.
Well, when I've seen the St. Louis Blues play, especially in their first game, they lost in overtime to the Toronto Maple Leafs. It was very chippy. There were a fight in that game, and it was one of those games where, in a regular season it might carry over. But, then the St. Louis Blues took on the Red Wings, and that was a real physical battle. And the Blues prevailed by beating the Red Wings in that hockey game. So St. Louis, it seems to me, they're coming into this prospects tournament. Maybe they want to send a message to their prospects that, hey, we need some toughness on our big club, perhaps.
Right.
And maybe there are a few players that we're witnessing right now that could maybe out of camp come out and help them out.
Well, a few seasons ago when St. Louis won the Stanley Cup, and I've got to admit, the old Norris division and all that, I was kind of rooting for St. Louis to win the Cup that year. I knew it would be their first one, but the knock against them is that they're a big hockey team. They're a big, strong, plodding kind of hockey team, and maybe that's not the way the sport's going. And lo and behold, it may be helped by the song Gloria, which I know Robbie Favre does not want to hear anymore. But they were able to get the job done, and they were able to accomplish it. And so, and maybe that's their mandate. There's different types of teams, and obviously play different types of style all over the league. And St. Louis is a big, heavy hockey team that plays a physical game, and their prospects certainly have been doing that in this tournament.
Well, it was interesting the year they won the Stanley Cup because I think they were the last place team at the Christmas break. And then the next thing you know, they just turned their season around, went all the way in the playoffs, and won their first Stanley Cup since coming into the National League in 1967 as part of the original expansion. The Dallas Stars, boy, they played some pretty good hockey. We saw them come back against the Red Wings. They were down 5-1 in that first game that they played against Detroit and almost won that game. They came back with 3 goals in the third period. Tufte was the guy that had a pair of goals for Dallas in that third period. But they've had some tough luck so far in this prospects tournament, and they want to leave Traverse City with at least one victory under their belt.
Well, certainly, this is a kind of a proving ground for these prospects, and from our perspective, because covering the Red Wings, you brought when St. Louis defeated the Red Wing team, Lucas Raymond scored both Detroit goals. They lost 5-2 the Red Wings, but Lucas Raymond really elevated himself in the eyes of the Red Wing faithful and in the organization.
All right, both the Red Wings, or the St. Louis Blues and the Dallas Stars, are on the ice, and they're on the respective blue lines as we honor America with the Star Spangled Banner.
All right, it's unique.
Wrong
There's different
button.
versions now of the Star Spangled Banner, so.
So a good crowd on this Monday afternoon, Dallas Stars taking on the St. Louis Blues in this hockey game this afternoon. And let's take a look at the goaltenders right now, Art. For the Dallas Stars, Remy Poirier will take his position, exercising there between the pipes, going back and forth. And for the St. Louis Blues, the starting goaltender will be Will Cranley.
Well, we have seen, as the play, and you would expect, we've seen some very good goaltending, some erratic goaltending, and, certainly if Dallas wants to win this hockey game, goaltending is going to be a must because St. Louis is going to play a very physical, I think, aggressive forecheck game and looking for a lot of turnovers in a transition game to put the puck in the net.
Puck is dropped atop the center ice circle. We're underway as Dallas will pick it up. Felleber got it back, and Martin fires the puck into the St. Louis zone. Perunovich going in after it, but Tufte gets there first for the Stars. Bach took a chop at it. Tufte laid it back towards the line. Harley now to Martin with a shot, and the first save of the game made by Will Cranley, the St. Louis netminder. Perunovich turned it over in the high slot. Quick shot by Martin on target. Rebound near wing. Felleber controls, moves in with a shot, right circle, and catching it right where that blue note is on the front of his jersey, goaltender Will Cranley. He's a big, tall goaltender, Art, 6'4", 185 pounds. He was a 6th-round draft pick in 2020.
Well, he looked good on those first couple of saves that he had to make. Unlike the game that we saw the St. Louis play the Red Wings in, Dallas has been able to set up and establish and have a couple of scoring chances. And they're not great, but usually St. Louis likes to take that play and be aggressive on the forecheck and see if they can break out of their own end, what they can do.
Tucker battling along the boards. Now it's stolen, and the Dallas player ready to pull the trigger right there. Asentyuk, and he just could not get the shot away as he was bothered from behind. The puck comes back out towards center ice, and the Blues will control. Picking it up there, that is Luce, the defenseman. Now it's shot off a Dallas stick and into one of the girders here at Traverse City. We're at the David rink here. Most of the games will be played at the West rink, so this is a rink that's rather cold, and the ice surface should be good. The track is fast, and we should see a good skating game here between the Blues and the Dallas Stars.
Yeah, everybody is bundled up in their winter's best here in this rink. Very cold up here, not so much in Traverse City. Actually, I think it's going to be like 83 today, but these rinks are nice and cool. Just a beautiful week for these prospects to enjoy it when they are not playing hockey as the puck comes back into the zone. Stankoven for the Dallas Stars. Twirling around, moves it now to Holmes. A lot of traffic, he scores! Holmes picked the corner of the goal, and it's 1-0 Dallas. Really, that was really a nice shot. I think Cranley was screened on that. I don't think he saw it at all, and but he did leave the short side open there, and actually kind of a lot to shoot in, and they scored that goal. It's interesting because Dallas was beaten by Toronto last night 7-3, and it was interesting to see how they would come out. They were 0-3 in this tournament, hadn't played poorly, and they've looked really, really good from the opening faceoff on, and now the Blues are going to have to answer that.
Jacob Holmes gets the first goal. He's a 5th-round pick, 143rd overall in the 2021 draft. So Dallas taking it to the Blues early. Holmes, the goal scorer, on the blue line, gets it across to the far wing. Ryan Shea delivers it around the boards and behind the goal. Scooping it up for the Dallas Stars, Oscar Bach. Protecting the puck now to Tufte, to Holmes, and he'll drill it into the corner. Bach handles it again. Sends it in front of the net. It's loose. Comes back towards the line. Shea twisting and turning, moves it back left circle. Good perimeter work by the Stars. A shot taken by Felleber, and that one ends up into the corner. Stars after the puck. Bach picks it up again, centers it out in front of the goal. And it's the Blues finally getting control of the puck in his own end. Galloway, as the Dallas Stars change on the go. Galloway brings it out to center ice, poked off the puck, and now McGing has to skate deeper into his own zone to pick it up for St. Louis. 1-0 lead for the Dallas Stars. Jacob Holmes, the goal scorer.
Dallas has come out with a lot of energy, a lot of firepower. I'm kind of surprised that, and give Dallas credit, because I'm surprised that St. Louis hasn't been able to establish that forecheck, Ken, which we saw them employ successfully against the Red Wings when they defeated them 2 nights ago.
And we haven't really seen them play the body like they've had against Detroit and the Toronto Maple Leafs as of yet. But it's still early in the hockey game. We're 2 minutes and 16 seconds into the opening period. And again, Dallas with that 1-0 lead. Galloway picks it up, fires it around the boards to McGing, and now the Blues will try and bring it ahead. Alexandrov, the pass behind him. He hustles after it, but the Stars get there first as Martin lays it across to Harley. Out towards center ice, twisting and turning there, trying to get away is Bork. He's a good hockey player for Dallas. Bork steals at center, brings it back towards his own blue line, takes a look up, swings it up the right side, and Stranges to fire it into the St. Louis end. Cranley stops it in behind his own goal. Perunovich, smooth skating defenseman, brings it out to center for the Blues, lifts it up the right side. Now it's tapped into the corner, but Harley comes back to steal. Didn't clear it out on the ring around, and here's Perunovich with a shot off the arm of the goaltender, Poirier. Into the corner with speed, scooping it up there. That's Aksentyuk, and now the puck is played into the crowd as we have a whistle deep in the Dallas end.
But so far, maybe now St. Louis starting to find their game a little bit. Looks like they've upped their energy level. But really impressed so far with Dallas. They've really come out here well, especially playing a game less than 24 hours later where they were beaten soundly by Toronto. This is a good effort thus far. St. Louis is just going to have to match it.
Face-off circle to the left of Perunovich. 1-0 lead for Dallas. Perunovich with a feed across. Oh, wide open off to the right side of the goal. The Blues had an opportunity. Laferriere was there, and now it's played back into the corner. So the Blues trying to tie it up here in the early goings of the opening period. Puck steered around the boards by Grushnikov of Dallas. Joshua turns away from a check of Bach. On his backhand, delivers the forehand deeper into the corner. Toropchenko and Grushnikov with a battle, a one-on-one battle in the left corner. Joshua picks it up, big tall forward in behind the goal, moves away from Bach, centers it out in front, broken up, Bach steals. Here come the Stars on a 3-on-2 back the other way. Up the left side, feed pass, return to Bach over on the left side. Perunovich steals, worked it out to center ice, and Holmes, who have scored the own goal in the game, moves it ahead as Tufte goes after the puck in the corner in the St. Louis end. 4:10 gone by in the opening period, a 1-0 lead for the Dallas Stars. Trying to dig that puck away for the Stars. Damiani, now it's Alexandrov up the left wing to tap it up the boards to Neighbors. Puck rolled off his stick, and the Dallas Stars bring it back out to center ice. Aksentyuk, pass across, left side Peterson. Damiani rolls that puck into the corner. In after it there for the Blues. Steos didn't clear it out. Holmes broke his stick in two as he tried to put it on net. Loose scoops up the loose puck, bangs it around the boards. Neighbors hit by Aksentyuk, and now he picks it up again and flips it out to center ice. And the play back into the St. Louis zone. It's offside as Neighbors gives Aksentyuk a little bit of a elbow after the play.
First 5 minutes of this hockey game, you have to be impressed with the Dallas Stars and their effort. They're all over the Blues right now, kind of giving St. Louis a little bit of their own medicine, the kind of style that St. Louis likes to play. Although Dallas is a big hockey team as well, and a big, heavy hockey team. So right now, advantage Stars, but that could turn around very, very quickly.
Stankoven on the ice for Dallas, along with Wyatt Johnston. Roulette out there as well as the puck is played around the boards. Laferriere knocked down, got it out to center ice. Joshua picking it up now, circling with it at the St. Louis blue line. 1-0 Dallas. Puck banged off the boards, intercepted by the Stars at center. Here's Stankoven up across the line. Feathers it. Now a shot right on goal by Martin as he moved in from the blue line. And Cranley came up with a save. Wyatt Johnston with a wrist shot, a weak one towards the front of the goal. Cranley plays it back. A couple of opportunities for the Dallas Stars as the Blues move it out to center ice. Now quickly on the attack, the Stars again over the blue line. Roulette bumped off the puck. Stankoven in pursuit, but it's scooped up by Griffin loose. Now punched out to the Dallas blue line. Laferriere to chase it down. It ends up out to center ice in front of the penalty box. Now it's worked by the Blues deeper into the Dallas zone. Martin checked in along the boards. Going after it, D'Amico. D'Amico dug it loose for the St. Louis Blues. Working him over from behind is Harley, the Stars defenseman. Now it squirts free into the left corner. Martin absorbs the check. Strand just took a whack at it, didn't clear it out. D'Amico holds it in. Bangs it back in behind the Dallas goal as Remy Poirier steers it into the corner. Stranges with a rink-wide feed. Turning away Bork. He'll drop it into his own zone. The lane was shut down. So good up and down action right now.
Right, yeah.
These afternoon games kind of tough to get going, but now the tempo's picking up as Stranges scoops it up, cuts wide on his defender, put on the brakes, throws it back on the line, shot redirected in front, and that one sails wide of the goal.
Right, St. Louis starting to match the intensity level. You're right, good up and down action, and I have to say that Cranley has made some good saves. Right now, according to scoreboard, there's not been a shot registered on goal by St. Louis. They're being outshot 6-0.
So far, it looks like Dallas has the better speed. They're getting the scoring opportunity, shot in, and Cranley, the goaltender, comes up with a glove hand save.
Right, and considering they played last night, not less than 24 hours ago, and they're able to look like a refreshed club, and going in, that was maybe the question mark. How would the Stars respond after being blown out by Toronto yesterday? But they look pretty good, pretty impressive.
So really impressed with the Blues' top line of Alexandrov, McGing, and Neighbors in their couple of games that they've played so far.
Yeah, McGing seems to be a pretty good little goal scorer.
Into the corner, Bach for Dallas. Checked from behind, rolls it in behind the goal. Tucker knocked down by Felleber. As it's dug loose by Bach for the Dallas Stars. He turned it over. And now a stretch pass across. The Blues settle it down as it's moved out to center. And a big hit by Grushnikov on Neighbors right at the Dallas blue line.
Exactly. I mean, it's odd watching St. Louis bodies fly, considering the game they played against Detroit.
Who needs coffee when you take a hit like that?
Really? That'll
wake you up.
Yeah, really.
Now down low, the Stars make their way in. Here's a shot on goal. Cranley made the save on the rebound. Tufte's had a pretty good Prospects tournament right now with 3 goals as it's back in. Holmes, the goal scorer for Dallas. They've got the 1-0 lead. McKinley chasing it down in the Star zone, drops it back. Toropchenko trying to pick the corner, and Poirier came up with a pad save.
Poirier's first save.
Toropchenko checked in along the boards by Damiani. Now it's rolled around the far wing, and the Stars will deliver it out to center ice. McKinley played it in front of his own bench, tapped it forward out to center ice, and scooping it up Ryan Shea, and he delivers a backhand from center and behind the St. Louis goal. 11:35 to go in the opening period. Stars lead 1-0. Martin takes a hit, but the St. Louis player went down as the puck comes back across the St. Louis line into the corner. Circling there for the Blues is Peterson. Jacob Peterson tripped, and a penalty coming up. Late coming up with the right arm. The referee behind the play at center ice. Hooking will be the call, and our first power play of the afternoon. Well, the referee was out at center, the referee behind the play, and did not come up with the right arm right away. He thought about it a little bit, but power play time coming up for the Dallas Stars, and they try to increase their lead as they have a 1-0 lead here early in the hockey game.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, this is a good advantage. You know, they've had the better of the play, although St. Louis is coming on a little bit now, so it's a crucial kill for the Blues.
Hugh McGing and Jake Neighbors are killing off this Dallas power play at the moment. Stars have it from the face-off. Here is Roulette throwing it in behind the goal. Bach let it go along the far wing. That's Bork. Keep an eye on him. He's always dangerous. Twisting and turning in the corner. Moves it back towards the line. Roulette right circle. Feed pass in front. Broken up. Neighbors didn't clear it out. Yes, he did. That should have been offside.
Yeah,
but,
definitely.
Now they tag up, and the Blues short-handed will move it all the way down the ice. So the Stars have to regroup. They're on the power play for 1:23, and they've got the 1-0 lead in this hockey game. Bork races out to center for the Stars, lifts it off a stick into the corner. Tucker goes after it for the Blues. He's checked there in the far corner. Bork dug it off the boards. Bach takes a look over his left shoulder, throws it back. Stars get it set up in the St. Louis zone. Pass over to Roulette. Right circle moves in. Shoots the puck. Saved by the goaltender Cranley. Rebound into the right corner. Now steered up the boards and all the way down the ice by Tucker, the St. Louis defenseman.
Good job, really, by St. Louis here. Dallas has not been able to establish any kind of attacking time on this power play.
Damiani with a feed pass over the line. picks it up again, rolled it back to Hanley. Now Damiani backpedals his way, far circle to Hanley, right circle feed. Aksenchuk got it back in the line. Hanley, Aksenchuk playing catch with the puck. Hanley over to Damiani with a quick shot. Cranley the save, and the play is whistled down. That net came loose.
Yep, making that last save. He jarred the puck from its moorings, or the post, I should say.
Let's take a look at Damiani. He's a 5th-round pick, 137th overall in the 2018 draft. He was the captain of the Kitchener Rangers back in the 2019-20 season. He's a speedy forward, really good skater, and they say he's working on his scoring touch, but he's been impressive in this Prospects Tournament to me.
Right, he has a lot of energy and seems to anticipate the play well. I agree with you, he has stood out.
18 seconds left in the Dallas power play. Stars with a 1-0 lead on the goal by Holmes. Martin right circle with a shot. Cranley in a crouch position comes up with the save. St. Louis pretty effective on the penalty kill, not allowing really good opportunities to the Dallas Stars.
No, so far, yeah, and they need to. I mean, they haven't been able to get the offense going yet, obviously, and Dallas playing a pretty sound fundamental game here.
Big face-off win by McGinn in his own zone, or McGing rather, and the puck is cleared by the Blues the length of the ice. Here comes Harley, moving it ahead to Damiani of the Stars, flips it in. Gloved off by Cranley, he will hang on to it. And another face-off, and that will end the power play for the Dallas Stars. So not much happening on that Dallas Stars power play. They did set it up in that offensive zone, but really didn't get any very good scoring chances.
Right, they kept trying to, play a little bit of give and go, but St. Louis defended it well.
Yeah, Blues pretty good on that penalty kill.
Right, they were.
They've scored some power play goals. The Blues in this Prospects Tournament had a few against the Detroit Red Wings in their victory over the Wings.
Yeah, they, again, St. Louis, a little bit different hockey club today than they were against the Red Wings.
Felleber will pick that puck up and hammer it deeper into the corner in the St. Louis zone. Galloway shovels it up the wing and out to center ice. Felleber plays it across. Tufte on the attack, moving into the St. Louis end. Defending him, Cole Larkin. Along the near boards, Barteau keeps it alive for Dallas, moves it down low. Galloway behind his own goal, put on the brakes, backhands it around the far wing. Shoveled ahead, out to center ice. Jumping up on the play, Dickinson. Out at center, wrapped it across the Dallas blue line, and in pursuit is Barteau, and chasing him down, back and behind the goal. That is Alexandrov of St. Louis. Dallas on the attack. Up the right side, Grushnikov in over the blue line with a shot, and that's deflected and wide of the goal. In after it, that is Alexandrov for St. Louis. Stars center it. Never got through. The big goaltender Cranley got the shaft of his stick on that low pass, blocked it, and the Blues bring it out to center ice.
Really good forechecking by Dallas right now. St. Louis just not being able to set up and do anything.
D'Amico on the ice for the St. Louis Blues as it's back and behind the St. Louis goal. Now it's shot back into the Dallas end, and scooping it up there is Shea. 1-0 Dallas with the lead. Early goal scored by Holmes. Holmes, the defenseman for the Dallas Stars. It's worked up the boards to Shea. Out to center ice, rink wide feed, Stranges. He's got some speed. Drops it back, gets the return feed, knocked away as the Blues pick it up right there, and it's cleared out by D'Amico, and here comes St. Louis back the other way. Little drop pass. Steos with a backhand try, and Poirier made the save. Back towards the right circle. Blues a bit dangerous. Wrist shot taken, and the save made by Poirier as Steos trying to score from the right circle.
Well, that was the best the Blues have looked in the offensive zone all hockey game. Maybe that'll give them a little bit more momentum and confidence here. I am just really surprised. I thought that this would be evenly played, big physical game with aggressive forechecking by both sides, but so far the Stars have really looked good. They look like a very refreshed team. St. Louis, I think, just going to have to up their energy level just a little bit more, but it looks like they're coming around. Hopefully they are.
I've only had 2 shots on the goaltender Poirier of Dallas. Most of the play is in the St. Louis zone.
Right.
Stars look sharp right now.
The ice is tilted one way for sure.
The Blues pick it up. Runovich got it up across the line. Toropchenko moves in with a weak backhand from the right side goal line. And an easy glove save by Remy Poirier, the Dallas netminder. I mentioned the St. Louis defenseman Scott Perunovich, and he just amazes me with his edge work. And he's just a crafty guy, especially on the power play. He can find openings, and he's actually a pretty good passer out there, and he can elude a lot of traffic with the quick moves that he makes from right to left.
Well, I was going to bring him up, Ken, because I know that you were a big fan of his the other night as well. But you're definitely right. He seems to be a real heady player that gets the job done.
I think he's been one of the better Blues defensemen in this Prospects tournament, Scott Perunovich. Stars out to center ice roulette with a feed pass to Harley. Jumping through defenders. It rolls away from Tucker, the defenseman for St. Louis, right to Cranley. And he will hang on to it with 6:26 to go in the opening period. And the Stars enjoying that 1-0 lead.
1-0 lead, out shooting the Blues 9-2.
St. Louis
keep on fighting. Watch me go. I'll be living in a better world. Ooh, you never bring me down. You never bring me down. You never bring me down. You stand up, I hear you talking. Put my stride in when I'm walking. Ooh, you never bring me down. You never bring me down.
Now Stankoven up across the line. Stumbles a little bit, uses the boards to keep his balance, and it's delivered by the Blues all the way back down the ice. Larkin doing the job. We'll make that Toropchenko. So the time is winding down in the opening period. 3:10 to go. 2-0 St. Louis. Holmes and Damiani, the goal scorers. Here's Bork moving in now. Pass across, broken up by the Blues defense.
Boy, that would have been a great scoring chance if that pass would have gotten through.
3-on-3, Perunovic. Bach bothered him from behind. Stankoven took his man out. The Blues pop it up the boards. That's Brandon Guy. He was involved in a fight with in the Red Wing hockey game.
It was Sabrango?
Sabrango, yep. Back towards the blue line it comes. Quick shot by Martin. That one ends up off to the side of the Blues goal. And hung on by Will Cranley, the Blues netminder.
Donovan Sabrango, a former Kitchener Ranger too, and his captain's plan.
The guy handled himself pretty well in that scrap with Sabrango. Actually got some good punches in.
He really did. Sabrango, I think, kind of proved he doesn't have a glass jaw for sure.
I think he had a black eye after.
Yeah, something was going on, but he's a tough kid.
He's not an older kid either. Sabrango, is he, 19 years old?
Yeah, 19 years old, right. Interesting story. The O shut down last year, and he didn't play, Sabrango, and had a PTO with the Grand Rapids Griffins and played so well, the Red Wings signed him to that entry-level contract.
Yep. 2:14 to play. Opening period here in Traverse City. Stars and the Blues doing battle. Final game for both of these two teams in the Prospect Tournament. Most teams will get their training camps going a little bit later on this week. Tufte in the far corner, bothered from behind, works it down low. Stars pick it up there. Wyatt Johnston threw it to the line. Now Tufte on the rebound off the end boards. Slams it deeper into the corner. Felleber picking it up. Good rotation, working the perimeter by the Dallas Stars, keeping that puck alive in the offensive zone. Dickinson for St. Louis, outlets it ahead. Now it's flipped up by McGing out to the Dallas blue line. Foot race for the puck. Reshnikov will pick it up there. And he will work that puck into the corner, and the Blues will set it up in behind their own goal. That is Dawson Barteau. Barteau watched by McCallum, the St. Louis forward, front of the cage, moves it across, and the Stars break free out to center ice. Now the Blues intercept, but coming back, that is Aksentyuk to intercept, and if the Blues handle that puck, it's a 2-on-1 the other way.
Right, no doubt. I don't know, St. Louis just look a little bit off right now. They'll regroup, though, in between the second and third period here.
Down to 50 seconds to go in the opening period. 2-0 lead for Dallas Stars. D'Amico, 3-on-2. Tucker over the blue line. Pass right side. Hanley working over his man along the boards. D'Amico trying to jam it free. There's a couple of green sweaters there. And finally Aksentyuk to send that puck back into the St. Louis zone. Perunovic winding up in his own end. Angles over to the left wing boards. Heads up. Charges over the Dallas blue line. Watched from behind by Bach. Now it's into the corner. Martin for Dallas. Hit along the boards, but got it to Barteau. His pass off a blue stick comes out in front of us, and Bork to play it to the St. Louis line. Toropchenko drops it back. Now delivered out to the Dallas blue line, and hustling back to play it. That's Martin. To play it away from Toropchenko out to center ice. Loose coming back, but Staios with that speed with a bouncing puck tried to make it over towards the front of the goal, and there goes the buzzer. And the first period comes to a close. Dallas Stars get an early goal. They add to their lead on a goal by D'Amico, and it's now a 2-0 lead for the Dallas Stars over the St. Louis Blues.
Well, I'll give the Stars a lot of credit because St. Louis just was not really able to establish much in that first period. They were aggressive on the forecheck and on the back check, and they took advantage of their scoring chances. And, 12-2 being outshot, I'm sure the Blues aren't happy about that, and they'll sit and regroup because the St. Louis club that we've seen play their first couple of games, Ken, they were a little bit different than they were out here today. It just looked like they lacked a little bit of energy. And but then again, you have to give the Stars credit, who we thought, if there was going to be a tired hockey club today, we actually thought it might be Dallas because they played last night, losing to Toronto 7-3. But that is not the case. A very impressive effort by the Stars. And I would assume that in between the first and second period here, St. Louis will regroup and come out and be the hockey club, the big physical hockey club that we expect them to be.
So the Stars lead after 20 minutes of play here in Traverse City in the 2021 Prospects Tournament. Holmes and Damiani, the goal scorers for Dallas. We'll be back with second period action in a moment from Traverse City.
I thought that I was in the dark, so lost, trouble. I thought that I might fall apart. And even though I'm just a fool, I'm so blue, yeah. I'll keep on fighting, watch me go. I'll be living in a better world. You never bring me down. You never bring me down. You never bring me down. You stand up, I hear you talking. Put my stride in where I'm walking. You never bring me down. I thought I never understood the rules, yeah, yeah. Standing up for something good. I know that it might take some time to believe, yeah, yeah. But maybe I can make this right. Oh no, I'll keep on fighting. Watch me go. I'll be living in a better world. Ooh, you never bring me down. You never bring me down. I thought that I might fall apart. And even though I'm just a fool, I'm so blue, yeah. I know that I can make it through. I'll keep on fighting. Watch me go. I'll be living in a better world. Ooh, you never bring me down. You never bring me down. You never bring me down. Listen up, I hear you talking. Put my stride in where I'm walking. You never bring me down. I thought I never understood the rules, yeah, yeah. Standing up for something good. Mm-mm. I know that it might take some time to believe, yeah, yeah. But maybe I can make this right. Oh no, I'll keep on fighting. Watch me go. I'll be living in a better world. Ooh, you never bring me down. You never bring me down. You never bring me down. Listen up, I hear you talking. Put my stride in where I'm walking. Ooh, you never bring me down. 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 You never bring me down.
We're going to start the second period in 3, 2, 1. Back we are in Traverse City, Center Ice Arena, as the Dallas Stars and the St. Louis Blues are doing battle. And Dallas with a 2-0 lead as they outshot the Blues Art 12-2 in that opening period.
They certainly did. We expected much better effort by the St. Louis Blues here in the second period. And, you know, Kenny, old habits die hard. And I guess, you know, if you hear us do say the Red Wings a few times, please bear with us, even though there's no red out on the ice at all.
Well, the goal scorers in the opening period for Dallas, Jacob Holmes at 1:17, Riley Damiani at 14:07, and that's how we stand as we're ready to start the second period. Both teams switching ends. Blues will be attacking left to right, and the Dallas Stars in those home green jerseys attacking right to left. Holmes was a 5th-round pick, by the way, in the 2021 draft. He's a bigger defenseman who can skate and has good vision, good two-way player. He opened the scoring for the Stars, and right from the get-go, they dropped the gloves.
Tufte and Tucker were talking before, skating around.
Tufte and Tucker, they grab a hold of each other. Tufte trying to get one in. He knocked his man down and got a punch in, and the linesmen separate those two. Boy, Tucker's not really, he does not want to let up. I think he thinks he slipped. Well, you know, we saw St. Louis being physical in the 2 games that they played, and maybe the coaching staff said, hey, we got to get involved here early on the second period. So right when they dropped the puck, Tufte and Tucker went at it. Not much of a fight. A couple of shots in by Tufte. Tucker went down, and now they're going to get a breather for 5 minutes.
Right, it was crazy. I mean, they were talking to one another when the 2 teams were skating up, lining up to start the second period, and boom, they went right at it. And, you know, I guess this is what we kind of expected from St. Louis. I mean, based on the couple of games we've seen them play previously here in the Prospects Tournament. And maybe that's what they need. They need a spark, get themselves going, being outshot 12-2, entering this second period.
Tufte for Dallas. He's scored some goals here in this Prospects Tournament. He's been in this tournament before, and big, tall kid.
Right.
And looks like he can handle himself. Tucker as well.
Tufte is tough.
Exactly. So who knows? Maybe this period will be a little more chippier. I thought there was pretty good flow, especially by the Dallas Stars in the first 20 minutes. They've got that 2-0 lead. All right, we're ready to go as the puck is dropped atop the center ice circle. And now Martin will pick it up for the Dallas Stars inside his own zone and chasing him down deep and delivering a body check, Braden Guy. Icing called against the Dallas Stars, and a quick face-off coming back down the ice. Circle to the right of Poirier, the goaltender. Not a very busy goaltender for the Stars, facing just 2 St. Louis shots.
Nope, not. You know, I mean, they were nice quality shots, not real high scoring chances. But you know, sometimes a goalie, when he's not seeing a lot of pucks, it's tough to make any kind of save.
Blues have their top line out there of Alexandrov, Neighbors, and McGing. Felleber up across the line, but the play is offside, and now he roughs it up a little bit with Neighbors in front of his own bench. And that was a hit after the whistle, and things getting a little bit chippy here right off the get-go in the second period.
I mean, Neighbors was just sort of standing there, and now he wants to fight. Yeah, so, okay, well, we thought that this might be a quick game. Settle in, everyone. If you have a dinner order, you might want to cancel those reservations. We could be here for a while.
Felleber makes his way into the penalty box next to Tufte. And it looks like St. Louis might get the power play here. Only 1 penalty has been called thus far, and I don't see that St. Louis penalty box door swing open.
Well, I'm pretty sure the St. Louis player was really virtually...
that was Neighbors, right?
Yeah, was attacked from behind, so to speak. I had no opportunity to defend himself or drop his gloves. I don't know what you could have given him, unless there was a hit along the board.
Well, we know Felleber's grandfather is watching, Keith Landon, out in Ontario, and his grandson's in the penalty box. First power play of the game coming up for the St. Louis Blues, and they'll bring the face-off down the ice, circle to the right of Poirier, the netminder for the Dallas Stars.
Well, this is a good opportunity for St. Louis, obviously.
Dickinson shovels it back towards the blue line. Perunovich got it over to the left circle. Turning with it, McGing. Then he lost the handle of it, and that allows the Blues to pick it off, and it's sent the length of the ice by Dawson Barteau. Perunovich, smooth skating defenseman, brings it ahead on the power play for St. Louis. Trying to get on the board here. They trail 2-0 early in the second. Drop past the McGing over the blue line. Back towards the left point, Perunovich surveying the situation, shot the puck off a stick, redirected in front, but Poirier, the goaltender, came up with a save.
I would imagine right now that St. Louis is just itching to get to within 1, set up, start to get, let their game come to the forefront.
Well, they came out, had a fight right off the get-go, right off the hop, and then Felleber took a minor penalty that put the Blues on the power play. So, maybe the strategy worked a little bit for St. Louis to get that opportunity. Perunovich, east-west stride, moved down into the corner, circles the Dallas goal. Dickinson sets up at the right point. Perunovich played it to the left point. Here's a shot over the crossbar, off the glass, rebound, and it comes out to center ice, and Perunovich will pick it up and take it deeper into his own end. Alexandrov out there too for St. Louis on this power play. 2-0 lead for the Dallas Stars early in the second. McGing up across the Stars blue line. Races wide on Martin. Fires that puck around the boards into the right circle. Dickinson tried to lay it out in front. Hardly couldn't clear it out. Now here's Perunovich making his way into the slot. Finds an opening left circle. moves across the ice, still stick handling with a puck, hands it off to Alexandrov. Now to Dickinson. Races into the right circle, feed down low. Dickinson gets the pass again. Back to the line. Perunovic screen shot deflected in front, and they score.
You know, Perunovic is a really smooth player. His perseverance set that whole thing up. He really settled this Blues down, and now they're within a goal, 2-1.
Have to wait and see who gets credit for this goal, but it was certainly deflected in front of Remy Poirier, the Dallas netminder. And the Blues, with the power play goal, now trailed by 1.
Yeah, Perunovic just really made that whole thing happen. He kept the puck in the zone, was guiding traffic. Very, very nice.
1 minute and 53 seconds, the time of the Blues goal, and it's a 1-goal affair. Dakota Joshua is ready to take the face-off out at center ice. A little bit of a delay here as the referee and linesman are over towards the St. Louis bench discussing something with one of their coaches.
It looked like maybe it was need a water break or something. Looked like they were getting something from the trainer.
Well, I know they were aggressive, the linesman getting between Tufte and Tucker in that little fight at the start of the second period.
Yeah, I saw one of them take a couple shots to the head. Wasn't pleasant looking.
So the St. Louis Blues get on the board. It's a 1-goal hockey game. Both teams are at full strength. Grushnikov with a shot. Redirected off the leg of Bork. Almost went in. Just wide to the left goal post. Cranley looking on. The Blues netminder. St. Louis brings it back. Toropchenko cutting wide into the corner. Put on the brakes. Swings it out in front. Looking for Guy as he cut right out in front. Now a long stretch pass. Too far in front of the Dallas player moving in. That was a Curry. And the play is whistled down on the icing call against the Dallas Stars.
Ken, I'm going to make a prediction. I don't think the fisticuffs are over yet. I see every stoppage of play, players are talking to each other, and they're not exchanging pleasantries. So I don't know who's initiating, if it's St. Louis or Dallas, but they decided it's time to get into each other's grill here a little bit.
Well, St. Louis in the Toronto and Detroit game,
right.
They were talking a lot in that one too.
Right.
Pretty funny stuff too. We can't say it on the air, but it's kind of neat when you're hanging over the ice this close to the action and you can actually hear the players chirping.
Well, we promise next year, even if Kenny and I have to pay for it, we're going to have a boom microphone.
So, better have the censor button in there too.
Exactly, and a delay system.
Yeah. McCallum in for the face-off for the St. Louis Blues. McCallum tried to poke it out in front. Grushnikov clears the zone. It came out to center ice. Larkin with a feed pass to McCallum, and the Blues kind of taking control right now. They've got it into the Dallas zone. 2-1 lead for the Stars. Larkin taps it deeper into the corner. Now D'Amico, and behind the net, moves away from Bork. Twisting and turning. D'Amico backhands it off the boards to the left point. Held in at the line right there by Galloway. Flips it around the boards. Near wing. D'Amico after it again. Blues around the perimeter. Knocked down. That was Riley Janelle. He had a goal against the Red Wings in that victory over Detroit. Trying to jam it free in the corner. Bork in there for the Dallas Stars. Janelle in there looking on, but now it's Sparteau lifting it ahead, up across the line, racing for Strangis. He has speed, put on the brakes, a pass across, they score!
Beautiful, beautiful 2-on-1. That was just beautiful.
Francesco Arcuri on the 2-on-1, got the feed, fires it home, and it's 3-1 Dallas.
Cranley couldn't do anything on that, and especially I was just about to say, it seemed like St. Louis had settled down, started to play their game a little bit. They were within a shot. They had made it 2-1, and all of a sudden, though, Dallas showing great speed, great transition game, that 2-on-1, and really no chance there for Cranley, the goaltender. He really had to follow, obviously, the shooter where the puck was, and then perfect pass over, and it was a wide-open net.
That was the first shot of the period for the Dallas Stars. It comes at 3:31, and another 2-goal lead for Dallas. Beautiful pass across.
No doubt.
Arcuri finishes it with the goal, and now the Stars bring it back again up the right side, over the line. Shea, defenseman, sends it in front, and they score again.
Really, it's just guys are wide open in front of the net. I mean, they obviously have seen something. They're just rushing to the net, 3 across on that one, and it again was another odd man rush and a wide open net.
Connor Roulette got the goal into the empty net there, and it's now 4-1 Dallas.
Tell you how wide open the net is. If those shooters wouldn't have scored goals, they would have been having nightmares about it for years. I mean, they were that wide open. Really good plays, though. Nice transition. The Stars showing some good speed. And as I said, a good transition game. You have to give them credit. But just when it seemed St. Louis had finally settled down and starting to play their game a little bit, Dallas answers with 2 quick goals.
2 goals on 2 shots. Our Curry and Roulette scoring 24 seconds apart. And it's a 3-goal lead for the Dallas Stars. They come back on the attack again. Lead pass, another 2-on-1. Damiani stares it across, the pass behind everybody. Brunovich moves it out to center ice to Alexandrov. Now to the trailer, up across the line, shot, save made by Poirier, and he will hang on off to the side of that Dallas goal. Now a meeting of the minds back in behind the net as well, and we've seen a lot of that here in the second period after every whistle.
Probably asking one another, hey, did you try this place for dinner? Yeah.
Well, good places to eat here in Traverse City.
A lot, and our bus leaves later tonight. Yeah, maybe we can get together.
Connor Roulette, who scored that last goal for the Dallas Stars, he was a 4th-round pick in the 2021 draft. He's more of a precision passer than a playmaker, but he's got that ability to identify the next play before touching the puck. And I think when you look at a lot of good players, pro athletes, doesn't matter what sport you're in, if you can anticipate the play a couple of moves ahead before it develops, you've really got an advantage.
Right, and you know who was really good at that the other night, even though the Red Wings lost, was Lucas Raymond.
Yeah. 3 goals scored here in the early part of the second period. Dallas has increased their lead to 4-1. Shot from the blue line that was redirected. The shot came from Griffin Luce, the Blues defenseman. Guy heading after the puck. Now it's sent left circle. Toropchenko with a chance. Poirier the save.
Poirier's looked good. I mean, he has had a lot of chances, opportunities to make saves, but right now it's 14-8. At one time, St. Louis was being outshot by 10. Outshot first period 12-2.
Poirier, Art, 19 years old, 6th-round pick in the 2020 draft. Again, we mentioned he's a tall goaltender, 6'2". Face off to his right, and from the draw, the Dallas Stars control. Shea bounced it along the boards. And allows the Blues, Joshua to center it, but our Curry intercepted it. Now here's Shea on the move. In the zone, he shoots, he scores! Picking the upper corner on Cranley.
I think we're going to get goaltending change right now.
And now it's 5-1 in favor of Dallas.
Yeah, Cranley has just been bombarded, and especially in this, it's 3 shots and 3 goals, Ken, right?
Yes. Yep, Cranley is heading over to the St. Louis bench, and we are going to get a new netminder. And it looks like Joel Hofer will be the netminder for St. Louis.
He's also a big guy, 6'3", 172 pounds, 4th rounder, 2018 draft, 107th overall, and for Utica of the AHL. Sure, Cranley not real happy, but you know, it's tough to stop a lot of odd man rushes. And
you know, it seems like the Dallas Stars, they're using the boards on bounce passes to get odd man opportunities into the St. Louis end, and that's been troubling St. Louis. It seems like they're trying to apply the pressure into the offensive zone, the Blues, but Dallas reading the play nicely, bouncing the puck off the boards, and those last 3 goals were odd man opportunities.
Right, odd man opportunities, and I'll tell you, I've been impressed with the Stars' speed. I did not think they were this fast a hockey club.
A lot of times that puck movement, you know, that makes the difference as far as speed goes. You look faster.
Yeah, you do, because you obviously know where the puck's going. They've got that play set out. I mean, really, full marks. Again, you know, St. Louis settle it down now. They're down by 4, but there's still a lot of hockey to be played.
So the play stopped off to the side of the Dallas goal as Poirier will hang on to it. 14:43 remaining in the second period, and what a wild period this was. It started with a fight between Tufte and Tucker, and the Blues came back to get on the board. And then 3 straight goals in a short span of time for the Dallas Stars, and they've increased their lead to 5-1.
Was there also like a 10-minute misconduct? Because there's a Star sitting in the box. And
That's Tufty, yeah. So obviously he got more than just the fighting major.
right.
Dickinson moves in, right circle with a wrister, and again, not much to shoot at. The big goaltender Poirier covered the net, and he hangs on. Face-off coming up to his left.
Well, when Tufty does get out of that box, I don't think I want to be facing him. I'm sure he's going to be ready to play. He's been in there a long time.
Well, this obviously changes the game plan for St. Louis. They wanted to come out and play chippy hockey and try to get back into it. Now they trail by 4 goals. They need to find some instant offense right now.
Right, certainly. They got to press the play, take some chances, get back in this game.
And the thing is, you can't play too physical because you don't want to get the gate and allow Dallas to get the power plays.
Right, and that is, and you're absolutely right. That's taking them away from what they do best, or what we've seen them do best during this tournament.
Perunovich inside his own zone. Steers it out to center, but it was intercepted by Peterson right down in front of us. Turns away from LaFerriere. Damiani, now Peterson moves in with a backhand. Hofer the save, and on the rebound, unable to put that puck home for the Dallas Stars was Oksentiuk.
Well, that was close, too.
That puck laid loose right on the doorstep, and Oksentiuk just could not get to the puck to put it home.
It was. We came in within a millisecond of making it a 6-1 hockey game here.
For the most part, these games have been pretty close. There's been a couple of overtime games. I mentioned St. Louis's first game against Toronto was decided in overtime.
Yeah, but there's been a couple of blowouts. But you're right, they have been close, and you would think this game, it being the last game for both teams in this tournament, this is the last time to show what you can do to the brass. And thus far, Jimmy Nill and company with Dallas has to be pretty happy by what they've seen.
Well, Dallas really finishing on those odd man opportunities here in the second period has helped them out. Bach lifts it up across the line.
No question about that. Dallas has been very impressive.
Chance from right out in front of the goal by Wyatt Johnston. He fired that one wide of the goal. Steos dumps the puck around the boards. Wyatt Johnston for Dallas, trying to knock it away from Joshua. The Blues pick it up the right wing, and they head out to center ice. Toropchenko steers it down into the corner. Grushnikov trying to knock him off the puck. Grushnikov picks it up again. Guy in there for St. Louis trying to jam away at it, but now the play is whistled down because it was gloved ahead. So there's 12:51 to go, second period. Dallas with a commanding 5-1 lead. 17 shots on goal by the Dallas Stars and 10 for the St. Louis Blues.
Right, and the first 3 shots of the second period by Dallas all went in. Goaltending change, and usually that sometimes wakes a club up and gets them to a little bit more motivated, because obviously it's not all the goaltender's fault. You feel kind of bad about it when your colleague has to take a seat on the bench there, your teammate. But thus far, it hasn't seemed to reinvigorate the Blues.
Hofer, 6'3", 172 pounds. He was a fourth-round pick in the 2018 draft, so he's got some seasoning behind him as the puck goes to the right circle. Hofer again with a save, and then Perunovich with some extracurricular activities with a little cross-check after the whistle.
Yeah, there's the Blues we know right there. That was their style. But they haven't been able to employ it much during this game.
Face-off circle to the left of Joel Hofer, the St. Louis netminder. From the draw, the puck comes back towards the line. Shea fires it down low, right circle now. It's sent out in front. The forward, Strand, is trying to poke it free, and now it comes back to Holmes at the right point. Dumped it along the boards. Blues fighting for possession. Curry, who has got a goal, he knocked it away, and it comes out to center ice and backpedaling in his own zone to scoop it across to Jacob Holmes. Our Curry dumps it across the ice. Nice play by Strand just to get away from his man. Centered it out in front. Broken up by the Blues defenseman Perunovich, cleaning house Strangus as he knocked down the Blues player Hugh McGing along the far boards. Out to center ice in front of the Blues bench. It's McGing on a line change, dumping it behind the Dallas goal. Long stretch pass over the blue line, Curry, but the play is whistled down. He was way offside after catching that pass. He was way inside the blue line, therefore the whistle.
Right, and certainly, I don't know, Ken, if it's just me, but I am just really, really surprised at just how cool and crisp Dallas appears on the ice right now. They just seem to have an extra gear that they're kicking it into, and they've been...
Yeah, they do seem like they're the quicker team right here.
Right, it really does.
Face off down the ice. Circle to the right of Poirier, the netminder. Galloway at center ice. Played it ahead, up across the line for the Blues, Janelle. Now to D'Amico in the right corner in the Dallas zone. McCallum pinched in along the boards.
Really does look like the Stars said, we're 0-3 in this tournament thus far. It's our last game. Enough is enough. And they've really put together a solid effort thus far, and we're almost halfway through this hockey game.
Yeah, they want to leave for Dallas for training camp and just say, you know what, we've got to get a win under our belt.
Right, exactly.
Aksentyuk making his way into the corner, pushed it back towards the right point. Long shot blocked by D'Amico. Getting it again, that's Martin to deliver it. And now the Blues, McCallum up the right wing, carries it out to center. Jumps over a check of Martin to play it into the right corner in the Dallas end. Blues pick it up now from the right point. That's Steos moving in. Screen shot off a leg in front. And the Dallas Stars come back the other way on a 3-on-2. Damiani to Peterson. Back to Damiani to the trailer Aksentyuk, and it was poked away from him. Now a long stretch pass out the center. Joshua over the line, one man to beat, cuts inside, got the shot away, and Poirier kicked it away with authority with that right goalie pad. So the Blues a bit dangerous right there, Art.
Right, it was. Poirier, though, saw it all the way, followed it in good anticipation, and you're right, just kind of kicked it away. So you're going to have to bring something a little stronger than that.
So an icing call against the Dallas Stars. We're almost halfway through this hockey game right now. Stars leading 5-1. Dallas out shooting St. Louis 19-8. St. Louis had but 2 shots on goal after 20 minutes. But the big moment of the hockey game came when the Stars scored on their first 3 shots of this second period.
Right, and we had a goalie change there for St. Louis, and as I said earlier, you would think that maybe that would get the Blues going a little bit, but yet Dallas has still maintained a bit of a competitive edge.
Seems like Dallas is quicker on the transition right now, too.
No question. No question about it. They definitely... Whoa, goal there.
Joshua sent it in front. The Blues score, and they get their second goal of the game. Good centering attempt by Joshua for St. Louis, and it was banged home from right out in front of Remy Poirier. That's the Blues' second goal of the contest.
Well, again, there's a period and a half still to go in this game. We're at the 9:53 mark left here in the second period, so 5-2, being outshot now 19-11 St. Louis, but maybe that'll ignite them and get them going a little bit. Again, we've seen St. Louis play a few times, and they just don't have the energy.
Well, the puck is shot into the corner, and the St. Louis Blues trying to get back into this hockey game as they force the issue down low. Fellerberg dropping it back, and now backpedaling Shea in behind his own goal. The Dallas Stars make that Holmes. Holmes had the puck taken away. Pass towards the line of Tucker off his stick. Now a race for the puck. Ofer comes out of his net to play that puck around the boards to Perunovich.
You could tell St. Louis now a little more aggressive on the forecheck. That goal might have done something to them and made them feel that, hey, we're still in this game. And they score again.
From the left side of the goal, the St. Louis Blues connect. And it looks like the man who scored that goal was Alexandrov. And he fired it in, and 2 quick goals for the Blues, and we've got a hockey game, 5-3 Dallas.
That just appeared as a very harmless play, Kenny, I mean, it didn't look like it was much of anything. But they score again, so now it's 5-3. We have 2 more only a 2-goal deficit. Suddenly, it used to be 4 just seconds ago. So now we'll see how Dallas responds, because St. Louis starting to get a little bit more momentum than they've had. They have not generated much during this game, but suddenly they're only down by 2, 5-3 with 6:47 and counting here in the second period. The Blues again have possession of the puck. Going up to center ice, dumping it in to the Dallas zone.
All right. Stars bring it ahead as Dickinson now steals at the blue line. Fire the shot. Paranovich made, or the save was made by Poirier, and the rebound skips over to the right wing boards. So they bounce it around the boards near side, picking it up. That is Janelle trying to go through the wickets right there, but Poirier comes up with a save.
Considering how this game has gone, Ken, if St. Louis gets the next goal here, they're within 1 shot of tying up this hockey game, and that did not look that promising a few minutes ago.
No.
So the Blues are starting to, a couple of goals, getting a little bit of confidence.
Sorry, Art, I'm trying to get an update on the goal scoring here. They've been coming fast and furious.
Yeah, that's all right. No, I tell you, people, I think my play-by-play. I'm definitely no Ken Cal, future Hall of Fame broadcaster is Kenny, but
we don't have a stats person helping us out here, so I'm just trying to get caught up with all these goals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals scored between the two teams here in the second.
And in the time in between goals has been quick.
Odd man rush the other way for St. Louis. Pass in front, and unable to put that puck towards the front of the goal was Laferriere. So we got a whistle, net came loose in behind Poirier, the Dallas netminder. 5-3, that's our score. Been a seesaw game. It looked like the Blues were down and out, but they get 2 quick ones here around the halfway mark of the second period. And they're back into this contest with 7:50 to play in the second period.
Yeah, and they look like harmless kind of plays. You know, obviously going to the net and putting the puck on net, but they really capitalize on very limited chances.
Now the puck back in behind the goal. McGing chasing it down, plays it deeper. Martin will intercept the puck, roll it in behind the goal. Harley rather, is trying to jam that puck loose, and the Blues in there to steal.
The Blues forecheck that we've used to seeing is starting to come on a little bit here.
Back towards the line, it was blocked. Now a good fight for the puck there by Damiani. And wasn't able to get between defenders, and Paranovich with a good feed pass over the blue line. Shot, and Poirier made the save as that shot was taken from the left side by Tucker, who moved in on the play. Now a 2-on-1 the other way. Stars dangerous, moving in. Here's a shot, and they score! Wyatt Johnston with the shot under the crossbar, and the Stars get another one. It's now 6-3.
Well, 2-on-1, and this time Nope chose to shoot and beat him up high, the corner of the net. And a great shot there.
Wyatt Johnston, yeah.
Wyatt Johnston, it was a nice one. And, you know, obviously, St. Louis, just when it seems that they're starting to slowly get back, you know, you've got to give the Stars credit. They answer. They're now up again by 3, 6-3. When it looked like the next shot, if St. Louis got it, we'd have a 1-goal hockey game. But St. Louis going to have to just persevere and keep going here. But, you know, another thing, too, I think a goaltender was anticipating a shot across, and it didn't happen.
Well, you look at the Dallas goals that have been scored here in the period. All of them have been on odd man opportunities, and they've buried their chances.
They really have. I mean, there have been wide open nets. I mean, that one, goaltender was in net and challenged him, but I'm sure that he thought they were going to go again, cross the ice to another wide open net, but no, he chose to shoot, beat the goaltender.
6-3, that's our score. 6 goals scored here in the second period. Felleber, left circle, moved it out in front, sticked away by Hofer, and the play is whistled down as the net came loose in behind him.
A lot of the nets coming loose here.
Looks like they don't have those pegs, magnetic pegs in the ice surface, so the net moves a little bit freely whenever somebody bumps into the goalpost.
Yeah, I'm wondering how they are keeping it in place. little ridges in the ice there. And
Yeah, I'm looking at Hoffer, the goaltender for St. Louis. He's a big fella.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
he's
is.
pretty wide with those pads that he has on under that sweater, and he covers a lot of the net.
yeah, not Garth Snow-like, but still pretty big.
I remember one time, we were in Calgary, and Curtis Joseph, who's not a wide body
No.
individual, but I'm standing out when the team was coming out for the morning skate. He came out of the runway, and he looked like a giant. Wide.
Yeah, when you see an NHL goalie in street clothes, they look nothing like they do when they're in uniform.
No, not at all. 6 minutes to play in the second period. It's a 3-goal lead for the Dallas Stars. Greshnikov picks it up as St. Louis is changing on the go. Pass Arcuri. Moved it out to center ice. D'Amico handing it back into the Dallas zone as their team gets onside again. Greshnikov in the corner. Lifted it up the left wing boards out to center ice, and the Blues control there. Galloway flipped it over on the left wing. Greshnikov steals for the Stars. Right circle moves it ahead. And now out to the St. Louis blue line out of his net. Hopper played it up the wing, not out. Strange steals, a lot of speed. Circles the St. Louis net into the right corner. Laid it back on the line of Greshnikov. Stopped it with a skate, fires through traffic. Knocked away by Hopper and Bork on the rebound. Bork picking it up for the Blues. Hammers it down low. Winding up in that St. Louis zone. Strangis. Out to the far wing. Greshnikov pinched in, and now he heads over to the Dallas bench in a change as Janelle steers it out to center ice. Stars will intercept. Martin back into his own zone to pump it out to center. 6-3 is our score. Dallas with the lead. 4:50 to go in the second. Hardly over the St. Louis line to Felleber. Felleber bounced it back into the corner. Bach will pick it up for Dallas. Moves it back to the line. Harley lost the sight of the puck and then off his skate and stick. It comes out to center, and Bach to play it back in on the backhand behind the St. Louis net.
Since that last goal that Dallas scored, they're starting to control the play again, what they've been doing for most of the game. Just again, when it appeared that the Blues were starting to come on a little bit, but that last goal really has given the Stars some new life here. And 3-goal lead, 6-3 with 4:16 and counting to play here in the second period.
Art penalty coming up to the Dallas Stars right here as the referee comes up with the right arm, and St. Louis will go on the power play to somehow try to get back into this hockey game.
And Tufte's out of the box finally.
Seems like he's been in there forever.
Yeah,
Right?
I thought he.
Tripping is the call, and St. Louis with the man advantage now as the faceoff comes up circle to the right of Remy Poirier.
It makes sense that Tufte would now be out there on the ice and actually playing.
And he's out there in that penalty-killing role right now. McGing. Alexandrov out there for St. Louis, and from the faceoff, the Stars will pick it up, and it's wheeled the length of the ice by Shea.
Well, being a bit of Captain Obvious here, but obviously this is a big power play for St. Louis.
Paranovich stick handles his way through traffic over the blue line. Dickinson, cross ice feed. Alexandrov could not handle it. Dabers flips it back to the line. Now he goes after it in the corner. He trying to poke that puck away. Neighbors. That's Barteau with that skate pinning that puck in along the boards. Finally dug loose by the Blues. Paranovich now. Here's Dickinson with a shot. Shea got a stick on it to deflect it over the top of the goal. Paranovich moves over left side, finds an opening, left circle. Down low, stick handles the puck. He can control this power play. Moves it across, Dickinson.
Very dangerous player.
Paranovich now in the slot. McGing with fanned on it from the top of the left circle. Paranovich with a feed in front. Alexandrov with a chance, and the play is stopped off to the side of the Dallas goal with the Blues threatening.
Blues looking good on this power play thus far. Setting a lot of time in the attacking zone.
And we're down to 3:07 to go in the second period. 58 seconds remaining in that St. Louis power play.
Yeah.
6 goals scored here in the second period. It was 2-0 Dallas. Blues made it a 1-goal game, but then the Stars scoring 3 quick ones. They have not looked back thus far.
No, they have not. Blues scored a couple of quick ones themselves, a polar within 2, but boom, Dallas scored another one, and they've pretty much controlled the play. That's why this power play opportunity is so big for the St. Louis Blues.
Stars wheel at the length of the ice. Hoffer leaves it for Peranovic, and he circles his own goal. Now lifts a long stretch pass to the Dallas line onside Joshua. Jumping on those skates. Dropped it back to LaFerriere. Now to the right circle. Left side, Peranovic with a wrist shot. Knocked down in front of the goal. It caroms into the corner. Blues trying to dig the puck loose. Martin in after it for Dallas. Didn't clear the zone. Held in by Steos. Peranovic tried to play it across. It's off the stick of Damiani, and that relieves the mild pressure. Came out to center ice. 5 seconds to go on the Blues man advantage. Peranovic over the line. Drops it back. Shot left circle blocked in front. Martin clears it away. Peterson checked hard and along the boards by McCallum, and now the penalty is over and Dallas is at full strength. So big penalty kill for the Dallas Stars. 2 minutes to go in the second period. Stars leading St. Louis 6-3. 22 shots by Dallas in the game, 17 for St. Louis. Blues only had 2 shots on goal in the first period. Physical play along the right wing boards inside the Dallas zone. Now it comes back towards the line out to center. Cole Larkin controls. Alexandrov shovels it across. Now making his way in for the Blues is Tucker. Stars intercept, wheel it all the way down to the goaltender. Hoffer out to center ice now, turning with it there at the Dallas blue line. And shoveling it up the wing, Otsentiuk out to center ice. Alexandrov blindly played it to the Dallas blue line. Intercepting is Martin. He'll dump it up across the line. Stankhoven shoots the puck from the right side. Glove save by Hoffer. And he'll hang on to it off to the side of the goal with 1:11 to play in the second.
Right now, the St. Louis looking to start to reestablish themselves, get some offensive going, maybe try to put a quick goal in here in the last minute and 11.
Hoffer is a 6'3" goaltender from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Played 10 games last season, .898 save percentage. I think if you want to make it to the National Hockey League, that save percentage has to be over 90%.
Yeah, it definitely has to be. And in this tournament, I think Greaves, I think, is the only one that was over 900.
There's a lot of offense, that's for sure. A lot of teams putting up some goals.
Right.
All right, Toropchenko now making his way in with a chance. Penalty coming up. This be a penalty shot.
Yeah, I was wondering too. Yep.
Look out, pile up back and behind that Dallas net, and everybody getting into it now. All
everybody grab a
5
man.
Players on each side. Tufty again in the middle of it.
I was going to say.
He cooled off for 10 minutes with a misconduct and a fighting major. And he started this period with a fight right off the opening faceoff of the second period with Tucker of St. Louis. So milling about of players in front of the goaltender Remy Poirier of Dallas. And now the players will separate. Under a minute to go. 55 seconds left in the second period. Heading to the penalty box, I believe, is Grushnikov of Dallas. And he steps into the penalty box, and let's see who goes in for St. Louis. Toropchenko will move into the box. He was the man that had the opportunity there as he was busting up across the line and trying a bid to score a goal.
Yep, and I would think that, maybe a little frustration there. And St. Louis now, like, what are you calling?
Perunovic, wearing the C on his sweater, is skating around in front of the Blues bench, and he wants an understanding of what's going on. The referee is over there talking with the coaches of St. Louis.
And whatever it is, they don't agree with it.
It looks like Dallas is going to get the penalty, the extra penalty, and rightly so, because Toropchenko was the man that was skating in to get the opportunity, but he was kind of hooked on the play. So 2 men in the box for the Dallas Stars, 1 for St. Louis. Under a minute to go, 6-3 lead for the Dallas Stars, and St. Louis with an opportunity to try and score with the man advantage. Perunovic in behind the net, centers it, comes back to the high slot. Dickinson along the right side, moves down low into the corner. Out of Perunovic, little head fake, finds an opening, cuts out in front, shoots, and that's blocked. Bartow got his knee on it to deflect it away. A lot of traffic out in front. Half a minute to go in the period. Left circle, Perunovic. Watched by Tufte. Moves it to Alexandrov along the far wing. Down low into the corner. Perunovic now a pass. Left circle shot. Alexandrov fired it wide of the goal. Dickinson retrieves it. Now feathers it across. Bach could not clear it out. It's shoveled back to Perunovic along the left wing boards.
Under 10 seconds. Got to get a shot off quickly.
Here's Dickinson now, right circle. The feet in front, shoveled wide of the goal. Alexandrov trying to jam it home. 2 seconds to go. Again, the sticks get up. Milling about of players off to the right side of the net. It just seems that after the whistle, we're seeing these scrums, and it's like the olden days in the Norris division.
Right. Just a couple of nights ago, St. Louis against the Red Wings.
Yeah, a lot of that was happening as well.
Right, that's true. I do miss the old Norris division, I have to admit.
There are a lot of battles between the Red Wings and the Blues back in those days. Kelly Chase was one of the big St. Louis Blues players that would mix it up all the time. And you want to go back even further, you had Steve Durbano.
Oh, wow. Taking me back there, Kenny. We're walking down memory lane now.
Exactly.
But and I'm pretty sure, I should have double-checked it, I think Detroit and St. Louis still hold the NHL record for most penalties in one period in a playoff series.
Was that the series where Bob Probert checked Curtis Joseph, I think it was, when he was playing with the Blues?
Yes, I think it was. It was like over 109 minutes on just one. And Probert probably had about 100 of them. So
those were the days.
Yes, they were.
Blues still on the power play. There's just 0.8 seconds to go here in the second period.
And usually with the enforcer guys or the big tough hockey players off the ice, they're the most docile human beings you're ever going to meet.
Well, they are quite competitors, aren't they?
Yeah, you get on the ice, boy, forget about that.
They put 2.2 seconds on the clock. So Peterson against Alexandrov. Puck bounces out towards the blue line, cleared away by Martin down the ice, and the period finally comes to a close. Kind of a strange period, Art, in the fact that it was pretty physical. We had a fight between Tufte. Here we go again, right out at center ice before the teams exit the ice, and the referee and linesman trying to separate both teams right here.
Yeah, certainly, and they're talking and drawing with each other, which is going to set up a very interesting third period with Dallas being ahead 6-3 here. St. Louis played a lot better period, though. They had 17 shots on net, only 2 in the first period, being outshot now 23-19. And if you're the Blues, you got to figure if we continue to play our game, get in the grill a little bit of the Dallas Stars, who knows? Maybe we could tie this thing up. Both captains are talking. The referees are talking to everybody, trying to settle down both teams. Both teams have left the ice now, though, which is a good sign. And we'll see how that sets up for the third period. Ken, I'm kind of looking forward to the third period.
Well,
I don't know what to
me
expect.
too. But the way to stop all this is the referees just got to start calling penalties.
Right,
and,
right.
And you know what? Any type of stick work or extracurricular activities, you go to the box and that'll settle things down.
Right. Well, you're absolutely right. And maybe, thinking that when Tufte gets a 10-minute misconduct, they thought maybe that would kind of settle everything down, making we're serious, we're doing business. But, this is a competitive game. It's a tough game. And, right now this and St. Louis likes this style. I mean, this is like the Blues really do like it. And if this game were to get out of hand, who knows if score-wise what would happen here on the ice. But hopefully cooler heads will prevail.
Well, the Dallas Stars scoring 4 times in that second period. The Blues answered back with a couple of goals. And after 40 minutes here in Traverse City, it's the Dallas Stars 6 and the St. Louis Blues 3. We'll be back with the third period action in about 15 minutes. So hang on. We invite you to tune in for the rest of the stream and the third period. That's coming up shortly right here from Traverse City.
You never bring me down. You never bring me down. You never bring me down. Listen up, I hear you talking. Put my stride in where I'm walking. You never bring me down. I thought I never understood the rules, yeah. Standing up for something good. I know that it might take some time to believe, yeah. But maybe I can make this right. Oh no, I'll keep on fighting. Watch me go. I'll be living in a better world. Ooh, you never bring me down. You never bring me down.
This is in the Prospects Tournament, and it's the Dallas Stars 6 and the St. Louis Blues 3. There was a minor penalty to Perunovic of St. Louis at the 20-minute mark. So what that means, we'll start this period 4-on-4 hockey for 1:04, and then Dallas will have a power play for 56 seconds.
Right, so hopefully you can see, St. Louis really has to, first of all, I think they're going to have to calm down a little bit, even though I know they're a big, heavy physical club, and try to get back into this hockey game. But the Stars have been impressive today because each and every time it appeared that St. Louis was slowly trying to gain momentum and getting to within a goal or two. The Stars have upped their play and have, for the most part, maintained a multiple goal lead in this hockey game.
Now there's a lot of yapping as both teams exited the ice after the second period. We'll have to see if cooler heads will prevail or if we're in for some more.
Or if we'll get a fight to start off the second period too, or the third period like we did the second.
Well, lots of ice to start with here, a 4-on-4 situation. Unfortunately for St. Louis, their best defenseman, Perunovic, is in the penalty box.
Right, the guy who controls everything.
Yep, he's been impressive for the St. Louis Blues. All right, fresh sheet of ice. Blues have possession of the puck inside the Dallas zone. Now it's lifted out to center ice and loose. Hustles back inside his own zone to pick it up for St. Louis. Watched closely by Bork, angles him over to the boards, but Loose finds daylight, swings it across, and now St. Louis brings it forward. Steos moving it back inside his own zone, now charges on the rush over the Dallas line. Feed pass, LaFerriere with a shot, and the save made by Poirier as he cut out in front and got the shot away. I want to thank all of our technical people that have been working behind the scenes to bring you this stream from Traverse City. I know Mark Milligan has been working really hard, and we got Brad on the audio side and Eric too helping out with the replays and everything. And our camera crew here at Center Ice, they've all worked hard, put in a lot of hours just to bring you this live stream.
Right, they really have. And I want to compliment Ken Kell, who's doing, I think, his 12th game in 3 days. So the voice sounds great as always. That's why he is a future Hall of Famer. Can't wait to go to the big bank there in Toronto and see your plaque up there, Ken.
Play is offside up across that St. Louis blue line. This tournament's been going on for a long time. It was the idea, actually, of Ken Holland, former general manager of the Detroit Red Wings. And I remember him saying, wouldn't it be great if we got, 6 to 8 teams to come up in Traverse City and have this Prospects Tournament so everybody can watch them play?
Well, certainly. Ken, now the general manager of the Edmonton Oilers, but, he wanted to do 3-on-3 hockey. I mean, he's come up with a lot of innovations that the NHL has developed over the years. Ken Holland has been the catalyst for a lot of that.
And they've gotten some really good fan support. The fans got a good turnout here for this Monday afternoon game between the Blues and the Dallas Stars. Here's Tucker moving in. Left circle backhand try, wide of the goal. Dallas on the power play for 44 seconds. Long stretch pass, unable to control it for the Stars is Jacob Peterson. And the puck delivered down the ice by St. Louis. Harley in after it. And he will pick it up in behind his own goal. Big defenseman Harley threads the needle. Peterson over the blue line now to Wyatt Johnston. Johnston shoots it back towards the line. Harley with a shot through traffic. Pinballs in front of the goal. Scramble right out in front and cleared away by McGing of St. Louis into the corner. Steos played it up the right side. McGing comes back the other way. Pass over the line. It's Neighbors to McGing to the side of the goal. Out in front, a return feed. And it was broken up by the man coming back, Riley Damioni. Up or across the line. Here's a shot taken by Bartow, who made his way in. Perunovic is back on. The St. Louis Blues are at full strength, and here he comes. Perunovic over the blue line. Pass now moving in. Here is Neighbors with a shot on goal. The save made Poirier. Tempo picking up a little bit now after the penalty to Perunovic. Bork got a 2-on-1. Stick handles his way into the corner. Put on the brakes. Now they set it up from the line. Holmes with a shot. He whistled it wide of the goal. Bartow swept it into the corner off a stick. Dallas threatening a little bit. Roulette in after it. Gambling a little bit. Now it comes back towards the line. Holmes with a slap shot knocked down in front of Hofer, the goaltender. Into the corner. Perunovic jumps over a check to play it rink wide. Held in by Bartow. Dallas defenseman got it behind the goal. Bork trying to center it. Ends up over on the left side and taking no chances. It's fired the length of the ice by Jake Neighbors, and this will be an icing call charged against the St. Louis Blues.
And I know you've called his name quite often when we've done Star games, and that's Thomas Harley, the 6'3", 190-pound defenseman. First-round pick in 2019, 18th overall. And I remember going over that 2018 draft where Harley was someone that the Red Wings seem to have considerable interest in as well. He looks pretty, he's a big player. I think he's got some nice skill and size to him, and he has been a pillar back there on the blue line.
He appears to be an effortless skater, and he can read pressure and react quickly to the opposition, and looks pretty good in transition too.
Yeah, he really does. I could see why he was 18th overall in his draft class.
When I think of all the great defensemen that the Dallas Stars have, they have probably one of the best blue line cores right now in the National Hockey League.
Oh, no question.
Heiskanen, Klingberg.
Heiskanen, yeah, well, Heiskanen is one of my favorites.
And they picked up Ryan Suter.
Ryan Suter, Red Wing fans still longing for the day for him to be wearing that red and white. I don't know if that's going to happen.
A lot of Red Wing fans thought that was going to be a done deal.
Oh, yeah, I think one of those Red Wing fans might have been Kenny Holland.
Icing called against the Dallas Stars. Loose to retrieve the puck to the side of Hofer, the St. Louis netminder.
Real odd year in the NHL this year. A lot of guys switching teams and guys being bought out. Zach Parise going back to being reunited with Lou Lamoriello again. And
yeah, a lot of player movement.
Right. I mean, I guess you have that each and every year, but a lot of name players moving around too.
But you're right, Art. It seems more this season as opposed to the previous seasons. I don't know the numbers. It's probably the same, but it just seems that way.
Right. It always depends on who the players are, the names involved.
I'll tell you what, we've seen a lot of really good young players here in this Prospects Tournament. That's Sillinger.
Yes, Cole Sillinger for Columbus.
He's an outstanding young hockey player. I expect him to be with the Blue Jackets pretty soon.
I agree with you. I think that, anticipation, the game we did against the Dallas Stars, I believe, guy down on the ice.
That's Strangis, the defenseman for the Dallas Stars, and he's on his side as the training staff comes out and tends to him.
I don't know if he's favoring a shoulder. It looks like it's his shoulder, his right shoulder. Oh, look like they just popped it back into place. I can tell from years ago that happening to me. Football, of course. Ever see a guy down and he kind of jolts like that? Chances are they're moving that baby around. No worse for wear, but they're definitely taking him off the ice.
You know, it's funny, those shoulders, they pop out of place, but when you pop it back in, you feel like you can
Right.
play again. You don't feel the pain.
Right, and that's exactly what's going to happen here.
So he's going to stay on the bench.
Right, I think he wanted to take a shift.
Well, these hockey players, they're tough birds, aren't they?
Yeah, they definitely are.
Play through a lot of pain, and you just have to look at the players, the bumps and bruises after a Stanley Cup playoff series. Perunovic with a backhand feed in front, a shot by Neighbors, blocked off the skate of Bartow, the Dallas defenseman.
Strangis is going, I think, into the, at least the trainer's trying to get him to go into the room.
Icing called against the Dallas Stars. Well, of course, we saw McIsaac go down yesterday, and they had to take him out on a stretcher. And the word we have is that he's okay. They took him to the hospital, and everything seems to be okay.
Right, Ben Simon, the Grand Rapids Griffins head coach and coaching the Red Wing Prospects, he gave an update where he did not even spend the night in the hospital, Jared McIsaac. He was released. So that's really good news. Kind of out on his feet. His head hit the glass and then hit the ice, and he was knocked out, but everything checked out, which is great. Just great if you're a hockey fan in general. Doesn't matter if you're a Red Wing fan or not. You definitely do not want to see things like that happen.
So you're right, Art Strangis did go to the Dallas locker room, so they're -1 defenseman as the play continues in that Dallas zone. Back to the blue line, Tucker holds it in. McGing, now a rink-wide feed, Perunovic, but he was pinching in, and he's got to come back to pick that puck up at center ice. How about that skating ability by Perunovic? He was making the pinch and actually came back to pick up the clearing attempt.
Right, he is an impressive hockey player. Good leader, too. I mean, he's wearing the C for a reason.
14 and a half to go in the third period. Things seem to have calmed down a little bit between these two teams here in the final period. 6-3 lead for the Dallas Stars.
Right. In all honesty, Ken and I were talking in between the second and third. We were wondering what we were going to see out here. And what we're seeing is a pretty good hockey game with nice up and down action and nice flow to it.
Holmes started the scoring early in the game, and he fired that puck in, and that one up into the protective netting. So a whistle in the faceoff coming up, circle to the left of Hofer, the St. Louis netminder, who's kind of got a relaxed pose on that crossbar. Again, he's a big, tall goaltender, 6'3", 6'4", somewhere around there.
Yeah, I thought he was going to do the old Ken Dryden pose and kind of lean on his stick there with his arm folded. Does look very comfortable.
26 shots on goal for the Dallas Stars, 22 for St. Louis. Blues control the faceoff, turning away from a check Galloway. Now the Stars steal, quick centering attempt. Holmes holds it in at the line, shovels it across to Shea. Rolls it into the corner, Roulette after it behind the St. Louis net. Blues come away with it though along the left wing. Braden Guy to deliver it down into the Dallas zone, and Shea hustles back after it. Circles his own goal in pursuit. For the St. Louis Blues was Matthias Laferriere. Stankoven gets the feed, charges out to center. Short, choppy strides, makes his way over the blue line into the right corner. Ridden off the puck there by Tyson Galloway. Wyatt Johnston, he has a goal in the game, trying to dig it free. Stars have it, and behind the goal, centering attempt right out in front by Connor Roulette, ends up along the far wing. Janelle didn't clear it out. Now it's hammered out to center ice by Braden Guy into the Dallas zone. Stars wheel it out to center. Roulette deflects it to the St. Louis blue line.
Well, we're getting to that point in the hockey game where St. Louis is going to have to start taking some chances, being down by 3.
Now the Stars steal. Here's Tufte in over the blue line. He's been in the penalty box quite a bit as he was taken off the puck and now rolling out to center. D'Amico over the Dallas Stars blue line, turns, fires through traffic, wide of the goal, rebound, far wing. Bach will pick it up. Couldn't handle it. D'Amico steals, sends it out in the high slot. Tufte, the big, tall forward, fires it around the boards, all the way down the ice. St. Louis almost had too many men on the ice. They're making a change, and now they'll come back the other way.
I was going to say, it looks like Tufte grew like 3 inches since the start of this game. He is one tall player.
I believe he's got 3 goals in this Prospects Tournament. 2 of them came against Detroit in a come-from-behind effort that they just couldn't get the equalizer.
No. Red Wings came out strong that game. Kirill Tutayev, the coming-out party for him.
Neither team has managed to score a goal. 9 goals total in the hockey game. 6-3 Dallas. Wyatt Johnston delivers it to the side of Hofer. Loose in after it for the Blues. Up the right wing boards. Cross ice feed now. Perunovich quickly over the line, moving in. Here's a chance right there by Toropchenko, and he was covered on a solid defensive play. Neighbors with a shot from the slot wide of the goal. Perunovich down low. Sends it across. The pass intended for Joshua as he made his way in from the blue line. Didn't get it on goal. Tucker broke his stick in 2. The Stars pick it up and wheel it ahead. Out to center ice, over the line, that's Johnston, and he is ridden along the sideboards by Dakota Joshua. Coming back on the play, and a penalty has been called. So we'll wait and see what the penalty call is. Holding is the call, says the referee, with 11:27 to go in the third period. Stars leading 6-3.
And the shots at one time heavily favored Dallas, and now 26-22. But the scoreboard still says 6-3, 3-goal lead.
Dakota Joshua is the guilty party for St. Louis.
And again, I mean, this is Dallas's opportunity. They can score here on this power play advantage. 4-goal lead with 11:27 left to go in the game. So they've got to feel pretty good about themselves. But St. Louis, definitely, this is a huge penalty kill. They need to make sure that they don't give up another goal.
Dakota Joshua, born in Dearborn, Michigan. He actually played for the Honey Baked team, AAA team. Kind of a checking power forward, big strong fella. A lot of good hockey players came out of that Honey Baked team, and also AAA hockey in Detroit.
Right, definitely one of the hotbeds for hockey. You've got a lot of great programs there. Obviously, Little Caesars, Honey Baked, Bell Tire, yeah.
Stars on the power play, 6-3 lead up across the line.
We hear you, Blues fans. We know that St. Louis hockey has not been too shabby lately either. I think the Kachuk boys have had something to do with that.
Toropchenko delivered it down the ice. Stars will head back with the man advantage for 1:10. Harley now to Johnston over the blue line. Drop pass for Accentia. Swings it back towards the line. Damiani moves in. He's got a goal. Slings it across. Johnston scores. A shot from the left circle. A one-time effort. Power play goal. 7-3 Stars.
Well, that's what they've been doing the whole game, really. They've just been going that cross-ice pass, and net is really wide open, and they're not missing their chances. I don't know. Pretty good shooting percentage, 27 shots and 7 goals.
That's Wyatt Johnston's second straight goal. He scored the goal to make it 6-3 at 13:02 of the second period. This one comes at 9:35.
Now 7-3, and see what the Blues have left at this point.
Johnston's a pretty solid hockey player too. He has scored his share of goals in this Prospect Tournament.
And he's a Spitfire.
Property of the Spitfires, 23rd overall pick in the 2021 draft.
Nice hockey player.
Now the puck sent around the boards. Tufte is checked in along the corner boards, trying to knock it loose. That's the St. Louis player, Braden Guy. Cole Larkin in there. Now it's Felleber moving it left circle. Shea trying to go upstairs with a shot off the top of the crossbar.
But Dallas now feeling pretty good. It's going to be, this game could turn out to be target practice for them. St. Louis really going to have to buckle down.
It hasn't been as chippy as the first 2 periods, that's for sure.
No, it has not been, but they're going to have to close out this game.
Tufte laid it back in the line to Shea, pivots, moves away from a check, moves in, shoots the puck off the outside of the left goal post. Back to the line, Bork hammers it ahead. Shea delivers it around the end boards. Hofer out of his net to play it into the corner. Stars wing it to the point, nobody was there. Off the bench on a change, and that was the player Connor Roulette. Now the Stars will set it up inside their own zone. They lead 7-3 in this contest. Stankoven to Bork to Stankoven. Out in front, turns, fires, and whistled that one wide of the right goal post.
Wow.
Now we got a penalty call behind the play. Tripping will be the call, signals the referee, and let's see what's on right here. It looks like the Dallas Stars.
Yeah, it looks like a...
And Bork is the guilty party, makes his way into the sin bin for the next 2 minutes.
Right, and he is not arguing. He says, me bad, I feel shame, as they say, and I'm in the box.
Bork, a first-round pick, 30th overall in the 2020 draft. I say his hockey IQ is unreal, Art. Makes plays that no one on the ice can see, and somehow makes the plays.
Well, that's all the real good ones, Ken. We've talked about it throughout this tournament that the guys that can anticipate the play, they're 2 or 3 moves ahead of everybody.
Yep.
Those are players that are exceptional and special.
All right, let's see what the Blues can do on the power play. They trail by a lot. McGing down low. Neighbors steers it around, far side. Now comes back towards the outside rim of the right circle to the line. Perunovic shovels it to McGing, moves in, shoots, save made, an acrobatic save by Poirier, and the rebound cleared down the ice by the Dallas Stars.
Nice scoring opportunity there by the Blues. They need instant offense, trailing by 4.
And the Blues have done something strange here. They pulled their goaltender. Really got a 2-man advantage right now. Why not? You're trailing 7-3. You want to get back into this game. So they have 2 extra skaters on the ice on this power play. No goaltender. McGing has it at the blue line. Now to Perunovic. Left circle. Down low. Skates calmly into the corner. Reading the play. Bounces it back to McGing. Left circle to Perunovic. Back towards the high slot. Neighbors with a drive. And the save made. Rebound chance. Another shot. Save made by Poirier. 2 saves by him. Perunovic centers it out in front. A lot of Blues out in front of that goaltender.
There's 10 players on the ice right now. A lot of not much room to make any kind of movement here.
Here's McGing, top of the left face-off circle. Blues on the power play, tries to thread it through traffic. Rebound comes out in front, turning. Peterson didn't clear it out. Perunovic holds it in. He's been their best player here in this hockey game. Perunovic swings it across, not a McGing, into the corner.
Really has a nose for the net. Anticipates the play well, as you said, Kenny.
And Harley intercepted the pass. He tried to shoot it towards that empty net. And there goes Hofer. He's back in. Between the pipes, so the Blues gambling a little bit. Doesn't pay off. They got some pressure on the goaltender Poirier, but couldn't score.
But I like it. I liked it.
5 seconds left now in the minor penalty to Bork. He is set to get out of the penalty box. He does. He stays in the action. And Dallas is at full strength. 6:55 to play in regulation. It's all Dallas, 7-3 over the St. Louis Blues. In his own end, Tucker swings it across. Out to center ice. It's flipped down into the corner off the high glass. Shea to pick it up, the Dallas Star defenseman. Moves it across. Now it's Steos holding it in. Couple of head fakes. Finds daylight. Moves it across. Tucker with a shot. Redirected out in front, but wide of the Dallas goal. Battle for the puck. LaFerriere holds it in, but Shea didn't clear it out. LaFerriere touched it. Offside is the call against the St. Louis Blues. And we're down to 6:23 to play in the game.
Certainly the clock becoming the enemy here for St. Louis. They're going to have to find something. But, yeah, what's really odd, Ken, because coming into this hockey game, thought Dallas could be the tired club. They lost last night 7-3 to the Toronto Maple Leaf Prospects. And they have played with energy from the opening drop of the puck. Yeah, I thought St. Louis would be that team, but you've got to give the Stars some credit here, leading 7-3 with 6:15 and counting in this game.
Well, the Blues tried to play that physical game, and it kind of worked a little bit after it was 2-0. Blues got that next goal back to make it a 1-goal game, but right after that, it was 3 quick ones, 3 shots, and 3 goals for Dallas, as Hofer makes the save on a weak shot from the right circle, and that really was the difference in the game
right.
when they scored the 3 shots. Or 3 goals on 3 shots, the Dallas Stars, early in the second.
Right, they took control of this hockey game. I mean, St. Louis again made another move, but every time they've made any kind of move whatsoever, Dallas has immediately answered. And the thing is that not only have they answered, then they started to dominate play again. It was like instant confidence too. And St. Louis just not being able to get a consistent game going. They've had flashes, but nothing consistent.
And Art, going back to those 3 goals on 3 shots by Dallas early in the second, they were all odd man opportunities too.
That's exactly right. Well, we've seen a lot of wide open. Dallas has seen a lot of wide open nets because of that. Great across the ice pass, and bam, just have to tap it home, and they've done that.
Aksentiuk with a feed out in front of the goaltender Hofer, and that one ends up down low into the corner. And the Blues break out of their own end. Here's Neighbors getting the feed, carries up across the line, down the wing with the shot, and he hit the side of the goal. From our vantage point, you could see where he was shooting. There was an opening there, but he shot it just wide.
Right, he just close, but just missed it.
Neighbors to the trailer, loose, making his way in with a shot. That's off the face mask of Poirier. Doesn't flinch. The puck dropped between his pads, and he freezes it top of the goal crease. It's amazing those face shields that goalies have now. In the old days, they probably would have been cut.
Right, definitely. Would have been blood on the ice.
But the way those masks are made now, and goaltenders use that mask just to stop pucks if they can too.
Yeah, really. And they've come a long way too. I mean, the original mask was almost what's worth it. The old Cheevers mask with all those stitches on it.
Just think back to all the days when the goaltenders didn't wear a mask.
That picture of Red Wing legend Terry Sawchuk. I don't know if it was for Life magazine or something, but it was. He did look like literally Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah. 4:49 to go in this one. It's a 7-3 lead for the Dallas Stars. They're on the attack. Here's Johnston. Puck rolled out in front, bounced out in front of the goal, and now the Blues. Perunovic tapping it ahead. LaFerriere, not a Toropchenko, cuts in front, got the shot away, tried to get a rebound, goes crashing it along the end boards. Went hard for the net that time, Toropchenko.
Fell a little awkwardly, but came up, no worse for the wear.
Perunovic steers it into the corner. In after it, Toropchenko in behind the Dallas goal. Stealing the puck, Barteau of Dallas moves it up the right wing. Stankoven Got it out to center. Perunovic steals and fires it right back into the Stars' end. As St. Louis will change on the go, so does Dallas. Roulette heads over to the end of the bench on a change, and out steps the forward Francesco Arcuri, who has a goal in the game.
And it was a nice goal, too. One of those cross-ice passes, odd man rush.
Johnston with a couple of goals in this hockey game for the Dallas Stars. Alexandrov with a pair of goals for the St. Louis Blues. Here's Guy moving in, shoots the puck, pad save by Poirier. Rebound sent right through the goal mouth. It was a centering attempt from Tanner Dickinson, and now Poirier covers up the loose puck right out in front of his own goal. 3:24 left to play in the third.
This will be the opportunity now where guys know this is it. If they have an opportunity, they want to really impress it. I don't think we're going to just see them playing out these last 3:24 just to play them out. I think that both teams are going to still go hard because they know the executives are watching, and any kind of impression they can make, regardless of the score, a favorable impression, really could go a long way in their individual careers.
Well, this is the tournament that you want to open some eyes, right, Art?
Definitely. We've seen many eyes open during this tournament.
And a lot of these players won't make the big club, obviously, but, you get a good opportunity to see if you want them in your minor league system. The Blues, again, they've pulled their netminder to try and pull out all the stops here. Get the extra attacker on with 3:07 to play.
Well, that makes sense.
Back in the olden days, you'd never see that happen.
No, gosh, no. I mean, it was like, okay, when that clock hits 007s, we're going to pull the goalie. I very rarely do I ever remember the goaltender being pulled much.
It was always within the last minute. You know,
right,
never before that. Well, coaching has changed, no doubt about that, in the National Hockey League as the play is stopped, as that puck deflected into the Dallas Stars players' bench, down to 2:38 to go.
Well, you've called, I think every game Jeff Blaswell, Red Wing coach, has coached. He is a proponent of pulling the netminder with, depending on the situation, certainly, but there are a couple of minutes, 2, 3, 4 minutes, he'll do it.
Well, in this situation here, you're down by 4 goals, the St. Louis Blues, and you give up one, okay, but you might as well take a chance at it and see if you can get some momentum going.
Right.
Strange things have happened. 6 attackers on the ice for the Blues. They trail 7-3, 2.5 to go in the game. Here's Luce, down low, feed pass back to Luce, back pedals to the blue line. Shovels it down low, pass in front. Guy trying to one-time the shot as he was set up by Neighbors, or LaFerriere of St. Louis, comes back to the line to Luce. To LaFerriere, moves into the slot through traffic, and that one was blocked right out in front of the goal. Stars fail to clear it out. Hard work inside that Dallas blue line by St. Louis, finally cleared by Peterson all the way back into the St. Louis zone.
Really nice plays there by the Blues. I mean, they know they have an empty net, and they're just aggressive on the forecheck, making sure that Dallas does not get a freebie here.
Perunovic with a feed past the Neighbors over on the left wing, pulls up, got it back to Perunovic to the blue line, sweeps it across on the right side for Tucker. Back to Perunovic with a shot, deflected in front, knocked down. That was Toropchenko who deflected it, broke his stick in the process. Blues control. McGinn got it now, back towards the line. Here is Perunovic to Neighbors. Back to Perunovic, middle of the blue line. To the right face-off circle. Down low into the corner, the Blues threatening a little bit. Perunovic fired the shot through traffic block. One-time effort from the right side, right there by LaFerriere. Perunovic couldn't handle it, comes out the center, he hustles back after it to pick it up, rifle it ahead to Neighbors. Now Bork steals, coming back hard, McGinn though to steal, under a minute to go in the game, 7-3, Dallas with the lead. Puck shot in by the Blues, and after it is Poirier, got it up the left side, and Tufte going for the empty net, shot it just wide of the right goal post. And icing has been called against the Dallas Stars.
Well, last night against Toronto, Dallas loses 7-3. The Red Wings lost last night to Columbus 7-3. And if it holds true these next 47 seconds, 7-3, I don't know what that means exactly, Kenny. Unless you're a superstitious man, you play the lottery.
I'll tell you what it means is that the goaltenders haven't been outstanding, but the shooters have been excellent, right?
Well, they really have, especially Dallas. I mean, Dallas has been impressive in this game. They certainly have. They haven't allowed St. Louis to play their game or get anything really going consistently. And not much momentum by the Blues. Every time you thought that they would get momentum, Dallas took it right back.
Down to a half a minute to go in the game. 4-goal lead for the Dallas Stars. Blues shoot it in. Again, they've got that empty net. Barteau for the Stars. Lost possession of the puck. LaFerriere steals. Now down low, trying to shoot it home. Tanner Dickinson of St. Louis. And the puck shot around the boards and ends up in the protective netting. 17.7 seconds to go in the game.
Looking at the banners here in this tournament, Columbus Blue Jackets have won it the most. They have won it 5 times. Dallas once.
Stars have won it once.
Yep, and Stars and St. Louis has won it 4 times.
Face-off circle to the right of Poirier, the Dallas netminder. Shea will rifle that puck around the board. Steos pinching in to play it right circle. Shot wide of the goal. The Ferriere in after the puck. Perunovic tapped it to the left point. It comes out to center to Toropchenko. Puck tapped up across the Dallas line. Damiani got it back to Shea. Looks up at the clock. There goes the buzzer, and this hockey game is over. And so is the Prospects Tournament for both the Dallas Stars and the St. Louis Blues. The fans in attendance clapping as they salute both the Blues and the Dallas Stars, and this one ends up in Dallas's favor. They win by a 7-3 score.
Right. It started off as a fight right in the beginning of the game, and the Stars really kind of took control, seized control of this game. Did not allow the Blues to get their aggressive physical game going. And as you said, Ken, the difference in this game, second period, first 3 shots by Dallas, all resulted in goals. There was a goaltending change, and pretty much, although St. Louis had some moments and nipped at the lead, every time Dallas needed to answer, they did.
Holmes and Damiani scored in the first period for Dallas. In the second period, Dallas got their goals from Arcuri, Roulette, and Johnston. Johnston scoring his second goal of the game in the third, the only goal scored. That came at 9:35. St. Louis goal scores in the hockey game. Alexandrov, he had a pair of goals, and Shea with the other.
Not a bad hockey game, 7-3, but I think that's probably indicative of the game, really, though. 7-3 with the way Dallas played. Dallas was 0-3 coming into this game, and that they wanted they wanted to get a victory and not get bageled in this tournament. Now they're 1-4.
Just a correction on the St. Louis goals. Alexandrov with a pair, and it was LaFerriere with the other goal for St. Louis. So both of these two teams will head to their respective camps, which will start later this week. And boy, it's been a pleasure calling all these games on the stream, and we certainly enjoyed everybody tuning in to watch their respective clubs. Always a pleasure working with you, Art, here in Traverse City, and just a beautiful time to be up here.
Right. Well, right back at you, Kenny. We go back a long way to the days of driving back and forth from Kalamazoo to Ann Arbor.
With Michigan hockey.
Yeah, with Michigan hockey, both of the outlets we work for would not pay for a hotel room in Kalamazoo, so what do? We drove right back to Ann Arbor and came back the next day. People always ask me, well, why didn't you guys just stay in Kalamazoo? Well, why would we?
That's right.
So
we had a lot of fun telling a lot of stories back and forth.
Oh, that was good. A lot of jokes flowing, a lot of good things going on back then. But, it's my pleasure, and really our crew, second to none, really. This is, it's a great facility. We weren't here last year for obvious reasons. We all know why. And to be back here in Traverse City, hopefully next year it's a full tournament, and it'll be the award what I call the Ken Cal Cup. And but if you look over on the banners here, besides the Red Wings, who host this tournament, 10 franchises have participated in this tournament over the years, and it's pretty impressive. Nashville, St. Louis, Washington, Minnesota, Columbus, the Rangers, Carolina, Buffalo, and the Chicago Blackhawks. So hopefully next year we can have a full slate of games, and we'll have somebody raising the cup at the end.
And this is a great way to, if you want to plan a vacation, you come up here in the future and you see your future stars, because this is where you get to see them first and foremost before they make it to the big club or maybe even playing in the American Hockey League.
No doubt. If you look at the alumni of who've played in this tournament, it reads truly like a who's who of NHL caliber superstars. A lot of good hockey coming up here. Traverse City, a beautiful area. And you know what was interesting? I can't remember which player said it, but it was not a Red Wings player, but he said everybody knows the Traverse City Tournament. Mm-hmm. Everybody in hockey knows the Traverse City Tournament, and it is really a lot of fun. And again, really thank our crew. They're second to none. They're the best, and they prop me up all year. So, it was great. It was really a good game, and Dallas really did what they had to do. They wanted to win a game. They did. And every time St. Louis, I know I'm sounding a bit redundant, made a push, Stars answered.
So that'll do it, and we thank everybody for tuning in and our stream. And again, the final score here on this Monday afternoon, the Dallas Stars 7 and the St. Louis Blues 3. For Art Regner, I'm Ken Cal, radio voice of the Red Wings. Certainly hope you enjoyed the stream today. And again, we say good afternoon from Traverse City, Michigan, Center Ice Arena. Have a good day.